What's up, guys? It is day 2 of wishing I had my Osmo Pocket 2. I'm not baller enough for the 3 yet, but we're getting there. I'm on the walk with the pooch and just got off of work. I was slacking. Nah, there's no stuff in my teeth. I was eating cookies. I've been on the diet a little bit more, but I honestly slacked off for a minute with the diet. I've been reading The Lazy Man's Way to Riches, and I'm about to finish it, which is fire. I'm excited to finish that, and then I'm gonna move on to Breakthrough Advertising, which, if you guys are in the copywriting space, you know what this book is about. This is probably the biggest copywriting book by Eugene Schwartz, and it's expensive. $200 I paid for mine. Don't know how much you guys paid for yours, but it's not cheap. But I'm excited to get onto that book and really get some knowledge. But today, when I read Lazy Man's Way to Riches, he's kind of teaching us how to become direct response marketers. Like how to write an ad, what consists of a decent ad, simple stuff. But I already know that stuff, and he's giving it to beginners. So I've read it, but I more so skimmed. Oh, that looks terrible. Let's see if I can switch it over. No. All right. This part of the video may be a little chopped, but yeah, I skimmed over it and got a decent understanding of what this section was about, and now I'm like 10 pages till done, so hyped about that. And now I am learning, or on Matthew Volkwin's podcast, I learned about systems, how important systems are as a copywriter and also just as a business owner. Like, systems make your life 200 times easier, and that I need to start implementing them. So I'm gonna try and figure out some systems, and a big way they're implementing them is with AI. So I'm gonna sit down with AI and just try and build a copywriting system and then edit upon it to where it can give me a draft and then I edit and make it better. We'll see. I've got to screw around with it. I'm not a big fan of writing with AI. I know I've talked about this before, but I used to be very heavy on the AI. Now I do not like it, but I gotta learn it because I'm missing out on a lot of cutting edge skills, techniques that can help me produce work a lot faster and a lot better. So I'm gonna sit down, screw around with that. I've got to finish the landing page for the potential client, and I think I'm just gonna send some outreach messages, not necessarily outreach work, so I can get some outreach messages out, get some answer backs, and maybe land a client. That's what we're hoping for. Oh, firewood. Honestly, I might grab it, but I don't have a car, so I'm gonna have to walk it far. Can't really chop it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking about sending some outreach messages just to get my face out there and my name and hopefully land a client. I'm hearing all these guys talking about how they land a client and like usually their first client's not that good, but you learn a lot from them. And I need to get my first client so I can put in some work and learn. That's my issue. I don't have any clients to learn from, so I'm just doing random outreach projects. And I'd like to just get one client, dial down, and learn. So again, we're gonna try and hunt down for a client. I've got to maybe copy a swipe. I'd like to boot up the sauna and just kind of got to see where the day goes. But I also got a thing for the car, like towed it. I don't know if I mentioned that. So car's getting towed, which I didn't want to get rid of it. It's my first car and it's got some value to me, but I have to get rid of it. And I'm just working on getting stuff packed, getting ready to move. Honestly, I still don't know what I'm gonna do, but we'll have to just wait and see. Hopefully I can get my Osmo back soon. It's clapped filming on a phone. My arm gets tired. I know I'm complaining, but it is so clapped. And also, I gotta edit yesterday's video for you guys. There will be no outro. I completely forgot. So I gotta do that. And again, I just gotta see where the day goes. I'm really not sure where it's gonna go until I sit down and work. I might do some work before I work out. I prefer to do it that way. But it's honestly because I've just gotten lazy. I don't feel like working out. So it's a bit of an issue, but the only way to overcome it is to do it. So we gotta just do it and lock in. Today was honestly solid. It was a good day. And I always look forward to coming home, making a cup of coffee and just locking in, going towards the goals that I want achieved. And now that I'm full-time, got a little bit more money, which is nice, and I lose a lot of time though, which sucks, but life's good. Can't complain. Cannot complain. Forgot what else I was going to talk about. Well, I guess I'll talk more about the AI. So yeah, when I was watching the Matthew Volkwin video, they were talking about systems, and this copywriter, he makes about 50 grand a month, which is really good. Honestly, I used to think like, 50K a month, that's scrapped, but that's good money. And he's doing 50K a month through copywriting, and he builds systems to help him in his business. And he was talking about how he uses AI to sometimes help him put out a piece of work, or at least get a big idea for a project he's doing, and how much it speeds up the process. He can focus more on his business and not working inside of the business. So he can focus more on things that will scale him over those little, like, what would you call it? Like not assistant. It's what do you call them? Like, he's not doing assistant work, he's actually focused on the business. But I'm trying to remember what the word is. You call them, they have a name in ecom. It's like a name for an assistant, but they're not focused on so much of that side and more of the business side, which is important. Right now, I need to focus more on the pillars that are going to move the business, not so much these little factors. And they're saying that these systems help you get past these small things that hold you back from working on more important things. So instead of trying to write out a whole sales letter, we've got AI to where it can print you out this whole sales letter. Yes, you need to edit it and you've got to read it and do all that, but it saves so much time and allows you to focus on things that will actually scale your business. But that's just a small thing that I was reading about or listening to, and There's a lot more of them, but that's just a little glimpse of what I watched, like how important systems are. And I knew they were important, but I didn't know they were that important, and I didn't know AI was as present. And they're not saying it's going to replace a copywriter, but it can help you. And a lot of the people who are fearing it replacing, you're either not good or you don't know how to keep up. Like, you've got to keep up. You can't be scared of these things. You got to learn how to use them and benefit you. But I definitely got to use some AI, figure it out. Yeah, I've already been talking to it, and I have it like building a Gary Halbert system for writing to get out a draft, but I just don't like the draft it's putting out. Like, it's very, the only way I can put it is A-E-I-O-U, no, but it's very like robotic. I don't like the way it writes. Like, I like the way it feels when I'm putting out a piece of copy. Like, it's got feeling to it, and it's humanistic, if that's a word, versus the AI. It's so just robotic. It's really the only way to put it. Stuff is robotic, but I've got to learn how to edit it and make it have that human tone and keep the brand voice. Right now, I'm not at that level of like my prompting to figure out how to get the AI to speak better, and it's where I have to do less editing, because right now I'm gonna have to edit the whole piece of copy it gives out, and I don't want to do that because it's supposed to be speeding up time. But maybe I can use it for something smaller, like just big ideas or angles, or give it my main piece of copy and then use it for iterations. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways we can use it. You've just got to test and see what works. And that's another thing. I don't have any clients to test these systems out on. Like, usually you want a client so that you can test and learn. I don't have a client to test and learn, so I'm kind of just finding systems right now that work for me, that I like. Do I know they work? Not really. So it's just right now a learning thing, and trying to implement the things I learn to benefit me. Because I've told you guys this before, you can watch all the videos you want, but you've also got to implement what you learn. And that's what I'm focused on right now, is trying to implement these new things so I can improve and get better. Because these guys teaching on these podcasts, the main guy's Matthew. He runs like the whole YouTube channel, the podcast, but he's got high-level copywriters and marketers on his channel. And I mean, if they're telling you something, they know something. These guys are making $50,000 a month, maybe $1 million, some of them, and they didn't get there on accident. And when they teach you something, you should at least try it and see if it works for you. It may not work. Don't watch it and just not try it, because that could be the thing that takes you from 0 to 10K a month, 10K to 100K, 10K to 50K. You never know. You don't. But he's got some real sauce on there. Bro, this is such good wood just laying here. I don't think they're doing anything with it. But yeah, he's got some sauce on there for free. And then he's got his actual info product that he probably runs on the back end. But either way, the free stuff's good. I've always said, if the free stuff's good, you'll pay for the paid stuff. And this is probably a free testimonial right here, or his own customer research on his product. But his free stuff's fire, and I would buy his paid stuff if I could afford it. He's got it listed at like $1,000 a year for his systems, and I just don't really want to spend 1,000. So when I'm making better money, I will probably invest in it. I want to invest in a lot of different info courses. I've seen some good stuff on a lot of people, but I just gotta land that client, get that initial learning experience, and then move on to either hiring a mentor, a coach, something, because I'm gonna need it. You don't want to figure it all out on your own. That was another thing that they were talking about. Like, figuring it out all on your own does suck, and it takes a lot longer. So if you have the money, invest it on a coach or a mentor or a course, and use it and let it help you. It's gonna speed up your process probably by 100x. I know if I had a mentor, it'd be a game over, but kind of going the safe, cheap route. But I would buy one if I could. So systems. Have to learn some more about that, but I'm coming to the end of the walk, guys. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Gonna probably eat some more cookies, work, and then work out. So I'll talk to you guys when I see you guys next.